Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Angels Rebuild here on MLB The Show 25. Today, we have what could possibly be the final episode of Angels Baseball. If we lose this series, it's over. Not just the season, but the series as a whole. We will not upload another Angels Baseball video ever. Ever. So enjoy it while it lasts because this could be it. I hope it's not. I hope we go to the World Series and in the next episode we win the World Series for our third out of 4 years. But we got to get through the Cleveland Guardians, the land of Cleve. Daniel Espino is going to go in game one for the Cleveland Guardians. Who's on this Guards roster? Who do they got? A bunch of jabronis? What are we doing here? You got Grayson Rodriguez. You got Framber Valdez, Daniel Espino, Jose Barrios, and Henry Elmore, who's a 23-year-old rookie, B potential, taken in the first round in 2027. So a couple years into the dynasty. Interesting. They got a lot of pitchers on the major league roster for the postseason. They got Luis Ortiz, Slade Cession, or Cesoni? Cacconi? I don't know how to say that effing name, man. I don't effing care. This is a wild roster. Their bullpen is trash. We can really get to this bullpen. There's Dickie Lovelady, legendary representative of the... What legend team were we doing this year? I already forgot. Hold on. The Cubs, that's right. I couldn't remember what series we were doing. What team we were doing. The Cubs. He's a legendary player of that team. They've still got Emmanuel Clase, who there are rumors will never pitch again in Major League Baseball after the betting stuff has gone down. So very interesting to see where that goes. Then they've got Carson Kelly and Miguel Amaya, Kyle Manzardo, Travis Bazzana, who's 27 now, Royce Lewis, CJ Abrams, and Brian Rocchio, who's 29, and they've got Angel Genoa? Geneo? I don't know, man. I'm white. I don't know how to say these names. Well, whoever, he's a rookie, he's 25. He looks to be pretty decent. Randy Arozarena is here now. Okay. Jason Churrio's here. Brenton Doyle, but he's hurt. What's he hurt with? A torn MCL. That sucks. So they've been starting former Angel Joe Adell, who's been on this team for a few seasons now. We traded him to Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe did he leave after the 2026 season? No, I'm pretty sure I traded him. I don't remember who I got back, but I'm pretty sure I traded him. And then Will Benson is here now, former Red. Okay, what a weird team. How did this team make it to the American League Championship Series? They had to get past the Tampa Bay Rays. Who's on this Rays team that they beat? So their number one pitcher, Taj Bradley, got hurt. I'm assuming he got hurt during that series. They've got Mitchell Parker, Bobby Miller, former Dodger, Tommy Ramsey, Jose Soriano, former LA Angel, who we definitely traded to the Guardians, who let him go after two horrible seasons. I'm pretty sure we played Jose Soriano in one of these two seasons during the playoffs. I remember that. And then they got Jackson Baumeister. Or Burmeister? I don't know how to say that name. How would you pronounce that? I don't know, but he's here as well. Then you've got Victor Vodnik, but he's in the Class A. He must have got hurt or something. They didn't put him on the roster yet. I don't know. Cole Sands. This roster's trash, just like the Guardians rosters. How did these two teams make it here? I mean, this team got beat, obviously, but this team's garbage. They've got Joaquin Bonilla, who's Bobby Bonilla's great nephew, I guess. I don't know. But he's here, and he's really good. But other than that, this team's trash. No wonder they got beat by the Guardians, but the Guardians aren't that much better. Very weird two teams to play in the ALDS. Maybe that's good for us because we get a possibly easy road to the World Series. I don't know. I mean, no road is ever easy in baseball, but this is about as easy as you get. So here we go. Game one of the American League Championship Series. If you don't know how this works, we play each game quick manage, and we jump in if we need to. Hopefully we don't need to, but we do jump in if the situation is right. And it's only one series per episode. So this episode will only contain the games of the American League Championship Series. We're not going to let Paul Skeens go because he just pitched Game 5 of the DS in the last episode. So it's going to be given to Spencer Schwellenbach for Game 1 of the CS. Here we go. Hopefully this series is a lot less eventful than the series against the Red Sox, because that series was a little stressful. 3 straight walks, and then a sac fly scores a run, then Eiley Perez scores a run, so we lead 2-0. That's a good start. I like that. Just get those bats working. And there's Brent Rooker, man. Brent Rooker, we paid him a good amount of money, even at his old age, to come in and just score runs, hit dingers, and he's doing just that. Espino's already tired, and he's already out. Justin Slayton, we looked at their bullpen. Their overalls are not good. We could really get to this Guardians roster if we have to make them burn their bullpen. Schwellenbach's pitched really good. James Karinchak comes in, and he allows a run to Rengifo. He gets pulled. Brent Rooker walks. Double from De Paula. Oh, we're getting to him. Another double. We've batted around. Dickie Lovelady comes in. Okay, 9-0. 6 runs in the 7th. They burned through like 3 different bullpen arms in that one inning. I'm going to bring in Gerangelo because I don't really want to burn my bullpen. Why use my guys' stamina when we don't really need to? So Gerangelo comes in, pitches really well. Schwellenbach gets the win, lowers his stats, and we take Game 1 at home against the Guardians. That's kind of what I expected to happen. I didn't think we put up 6 runs in one of the innings, but that's kind of what I expected us to do, was dominate the game and win it fairly easily. And then it's going to be Skubal now on the mound for Game 2. See if those bats can still dominate here. They are putting in... It was a weird choice for them to have Espino go in Game 1. They should have switched it for Grayson Rodriguez since he's their higher overall pitcher, but they had Espino go, and it cost them Game 1. And now Grayson Rodriguez is going. Maybe that'll help them. It's obviously doing good right now because we only have... Well, I was going to say 1 hit, but now we have 2 with the triple from Acuna. And the bases are loaded, but we couldn't do anything with it. I hate when we have the bases loaded, can't do anything with it. It just makes me mad. Boils my blood when we can't get any runs to score on bases loaded situations. Brent Rooker ties it with a solo shot. That's what he does, baby. That's what he does. That's why he's the GOAT. We bring in Rasmussen to hopefully get us to the 9th. It looks like this might be a game we jump into. Oh, man. We are in the 9th inning. I'm going to bring in Orion Kerkering. Do we jump in here, bottom 9, try to help the team out? I mean, maybe. Let's do it. The Guardians will bring in Emmanuel Clase, bottom 9. All we need is 1 run to walk it off. We lead 1-0 in the series. So all we need is 1 singular run. And this is De Paula, who is playing for the injured James Wood. I know, shocker. James Wood's hurt. Tell me something I don't know. But De Paula starts the inning with a leadoff single. That's huge. That's a big, big run. And De Paula's got a good amount of speed, so I'm happy about that. And De Paula's hyped. Just a nice little smacker into right field. 84 speed's solid enough. I'm not going to steal, but that's solid enough to get around the bases if the ball's hit deep enough. And Zach Neto, a cutter up in the zone. That really should have been hit for a single. But it was not. And that is hit for a single, back up the middle into center field. And we got runners on first and second, nobody out. Clase, not as clutch as he used to be, at least not right now. Good job, Neto. He's hyped as well. The boys are hype. The boys are as hyped as they've ever been because they know that history's right there. They're knocking on the doorstep of history right now. And it's Junior Caminero. We really could do a sacrifice, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Caminero into center field, it's basically going to work as a sacrifice because I'm going to send the runners around as long as they get there. Oh, he threw home. Weird decision. Okay. I thought he was going to try to throw it to second and get Neto out, but that works as a sacrifice. I was talking sacrifice like a bunt, but it works the same way. And now it's Eiley Perez. They're going to intentionally walk Eiley Perez to obviously bring up the double play scenario to get out of the inning. And it's Nolan Shawno who's hitting 423 in the postseason. I don't know if that's the guy you really want to come up with the bases loaded in the postseason. Nolan Shawno with 1 out. As long as it's not that's a crazy pitch and a crazy call. As long as it's not a double play, we should be fine here. Even if it is a strikeout. I'd hate for it to be a strikeout, but even if it is, it wouldn't be the end of the world. It's not going to be a strikeout. It's the complete opposite. Nolan Schonel, grand slam. The Angels lead 2-0. Oh my God, Santa Maria. That ball was crushed. Nolan Schonel's just one of those postseason dudes. He doesn't do much in the regular season. He'll put up mediocre to good numbers, fine numbers in the regular season. But when the postseason comes around, when the lights are brightest, this man plays Hall of Fame baseball. He's like freaking David Freese for the Cardinals back in the day. When the postseason comes around, this man is God. And he steps up to the plate in the biggest moment of the game and grand salamis it. I mean, Clase just put it right in the money-making area. Boom! And that ball is destroyed, crushed, sent to the moon. And the Angels take game 2. That would have been even more poetic if it would have been like game 4 or something. We would have walked off and go to the World Series off of that. But still, Nolan Schonel's a freak in the postseason. He's an absolute freak. But we take the first 2 games at home against the Guardians, something we couldn't do in the DS against the Sox. We split 1-1. But now we go to Cleveland, the land of Cleve, to take on Framber Valdez and the Guardians at home. It'll be Scooble, I think, right? Scooble for this game? No, it's going to be Bryce Miller. That's right. It's going to be Bryce Miller for this game. Here we go. Game 3. Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. Royce Lewis with a solo shot, and then Bazzana with a double scores a run, and Amaya scores a run. Okay. All right, 3-0. Not a good start for Bryce Miller. I don't know why. And Sean will go crazy again, by the way. I don't know why Bryce Miller's struggling so much in the postseason. He was so good. He was our best pitcher statistically in the regular season. Okay, now we're starting to get alive here. The runs are starting to pour in. Framber Valdez is sucking. They bring in Jose Barrios to try to clean it up a little bit. Maybe Bryce Miller can calm down a little bit. 2-run homer by Ailey Perez. Wow. The young man is dominating in this game. And De Paula with an RBI single. We know that the Guardian bullpen is not very good. And they are just continuing to get shelled. Absolutely, utterly shelled in this one. It looks like we're going to go up 3-0. We're going to bring in Trangelo because I don't want to burn my bullpen. Why waste the bullpen arms when we are up 11-3? So we're going to bring in long relief Durangelo Saincha. He does allow a run, which is the first run he's allowed in the postseason so far. And I'm going to bring in, let's do Santiago Estrella, who has not pitched this postseason. But he gets the job done. 11-4. Ailey Perez was goated in that game. 5 RBIs. And we lead 3-0 against the Guardians. And James Wood's back and healthy. They have him back in the game, but De Paula might be a better person to have in this game right now. I mean, so far he's hitting amazingly. Like this, he didn't play the first 3 games because James Wood played, but then he got hurt. So then De Paula comes in, he hit 500, 333, 333, 750. So I feel like we got to keep De Paula in the game, right? At least for the time being. See how it goes. But we move to game number 4. It's now elimination time for the Cleveland Guardians. Who's going to be on the mound for us? I don't really know. Maybe I'll give Rhett Lauder a chance for the first time. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll save Skeens for the World Series. Or I guess another game here if it has to come to that. I hope it doesn't. We already scored a run. And to be fair, we didn't give Rhett Lauder a chance in the DS, so I guess we don't know how he's going to pitch. Maybe I should have pitched him in Game 5. Maybe he would have played a little bit better than Skeens, but we still won the game, so it doesn't matter. Solo shot from Caminero. We're up 3-0. And Rhett Lauder's pitching really, really well. He's allowed 2 hits, and he's got like 3 strikeouts. A solo shot from Rengifo. Henry Elmore sucks, at least in this game. As he might be a good pitcher in the regular season. As De Paula hits a 2-run homer, it was a good idea to keep him in the game. Or in the lineup, at least. 3 walks and a strikeout. Okay, a couple of strikeouts. It's 6-0. It's just a bunch of walks in a row. A sac fly for Schonel. Just keep padding the stats. Are we really going to see a complete game shutout for Rhett Lauder? I'm going to let him go. Wow. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I should have jumped in. It's kind of anticlimactic, but the Angels have won the American League Championship Series and will take on the Giants, the Braves. We swept the Guardians in four. Rhett Lauder pitches a complete game shutout, three-hitter, by the way. Maybe I should have pitched Rhett Lauder in game five. I didn't realize he was going to go crazy like that. And we will find out who we're going to play. The Braves have a 3-2 series lead. Is it going to be Atlanta? Oh my God, the Giants came back. They were down 3-2. They win 4-3. The Giants forced game seven and they moved to the World Series. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is done on the injured list, but still injured for a day or two. Does that mean I can put him on the postseason roster? Add to the playoff roster. We have to take somebody off, and I think it's going to be James Tibbs because I don't think he's even played. He had one at bat. He has one RBI. You know what? I'm taking him off. So we will get to see Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's not going to play the first game or first couple games because he's still a little bit injured, but at least he will play in the next episode, which is nice. And I got to keep DePaula in the game, man. I can't take a guy out who's hitting 750 and then 250 with a home run. James Wood might have lost his spot. James Wood might have lost his spot, but at least we get Vladdy back for the World Series, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But look at some of these numbers, man. Onu Cruz is struggling. I wonder what he's leading the league in. I guess we could check. What is he a league leader in? He's a league leader. Shawno's got the most hits. Oh, it's got the most at-bats. Okay. He's just got up the most, I guess. But maybe we should move Onu Cruz out of the game, put DePaula in center, and then James Wood back in left. I guess that could be a possible option because O'Neal's not really performing amazingly. Rengifo's doing fine. Acuna's doing fine. Brent Rooker's hitting amazingly. Obviously, we know what DePaula's doing. Zach Neto's great. Caminera's struggling a little bit. Perez is fantastic. And then Nolan Shawno, 455. Oh my God. He didn't do much in the closeout game in game four. But previous to that, he hit 2 games with 750 average and then a game of 500. I mean, this dude's out of control in the postseason. I don't know what gets into his bloodstream. Maybe it's cocaine. I don't care what it is. But when it comes postseason time, Nolan Shawno is a freak. A legitimate freak. But I think maybe the move would be to bench O'Neal Cruz for a game and then have James Wood start there at left and then DePaula starts in center. Maybe. Let's have Caminero lead off because he's been kind of cold. So maybe if he goes in the leadoff spot, he'll do some things. But I want to shake up the lineup a little bit here. Get a different look. We're going to bench Cruz for a little bit. I mean, Cruz was so good at the beginning of the regular season this year, and he was so good last year in the postseason. He was another one of the big reasons why we won the World Series last year. But I think moving him out for this World Series run might be the best idea. So now we have the World Series where we take on the Giants. That'll be the next episode. And that, we now know, will be the final episode of Angels franchise or Angels rebuild. We will have no more videos after that. We will go on a hiatus. The channel will go into hibernation until March of 2025 or 2026. I mean, when the new MLB The Show comes out. So soak it in now, boys. Soak it in because MLB The Show content and the Juice Baseball content is done after next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, though. We are playing in our 4th straight World Series and a chance to win our 3rd out of 4, which is just unprecedented in baseball, at least modern baseball. I don't know if we can do it, but I think we have our best chance. Like, this is the best team we've ever had, and it's just, we got Vladdy back. Everything's lined up. Everything is lining up for us to win a World Series in the next episode. Will it actually happen? I guess I'll have to wait and find out in the next episode. If you enjoy this one, though, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel for more. Join the Juice Club. Thank you so much. Stop by and watch. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.